Hey guys, welcome back. This is gonna be a very quick video. You guys are just gonna seeing it live right here. I was in discussion with my community with regards to the brand new Zenless Zone Zero unit Sunna. Thank you chat for reminding me of this topic. It's super fast, right? So basically, from what we have seen from the guides, as well as the theory crafters, as well as her role, right? I'm sure the Zenless Zone Zero players will know. She is really good, right? She basically does this thing called freeing up your dialing. So her fundamental role right now is that if you were to bring her into your YSG team, you free up your core to Yixuan. So that you are going to be looking at a Zhao plus Sunna with YSG, then Daolin plus, I don't know, Jaffa or some shit with Yixuan. And then Mibaba is just doing Mibaba things, right? So, like, her pool value for a lot of players is probably going to be really high. Especially if you're like a Void Hunter chaser, such as myself. I personally only play Void Hunters because I'm a fucking tourist. But my point kind of boils back down to this. I was like, yapping with like my Zenless Zone Zero community. Albeit it's a very small number of Zenless Zone Zero community, but they are like elites. They're the elite Zenless Zone Zero community, right? I actually don't think Sunna has a lot of value. Now, before you smash the dislike button, just listen a little bit, right? Just listen a little bit, right? This is, first of all, the perspective of someone that is not a Zenless Zone Zero elitist, right? I hop on this game maybe once every 6 months, kind of stuff. But my perspective is more so like, I am someone that don't really care about the zero cycles or like the best possible clears, but I low-key still like want to clear, right? I still want to like use my Void Hunters and clear and everything. So like I don't really completely ignore meta, but like as long as there's like a 3-star clear, I'm good. So here's why I think Sunna is probably like a homeless pool, which is gonna be happening over the next couple of months. And the reason why I say this is because her synergy, right? Like her final synergy, her destination is not gonna be with ISG. Her final destination is gonna be with the idols. You are gonna be putting Sunna, so they are gonna be putting Arya as well as the other girl, and those three will form the idol team. Alright? So that is the final destination. Alright? But if you're somebody that is pulling, is it Sunna or Sunna? If you're somebody that's pulling Sunna, but your goal is to skip the idols. Like, you don't want to pull idols. You only wanted to pull a Sunna for, let's just say E0 S0, to make your YSG stronger and to free up your core, right? My thought process is, what if in the future they have a better, more synergistic support for YSG? Because YSG just came out not too long ago. And Sunna's role is not really perfect with YSG. Even based on all of the guy makers and everything, her role is a side grade to your Dylan, so your Dylan can be freed up to Yixuan. That is her role, right? But her final team, right? Her final best installed team, like the actual peak performance team, is the idol team. So if you're somebody that is pulling for Sunna, but you don't want to pull for the idol team, you're essentially gonna be having this thing, or what I would call like the what's a good analogy for this? She reminds me a little bit of like HSR Sunday, kind of low-key. Yeah. So like I know Zenless Zone Zero is a very different game from HSR, but like the team building and the trajectory sort of follows like a similar pattern. So like right now, if I were to pull Sunna and I slot her in with YSG, which has very good synergy because she has the Ether Veil buffs, and there's no other agent that can buff Ether Veil, so she works fantastically well with YSG. And then at the same time, you are able to free your Dylan, your Yixuan, so you open up team building potential. But like, what if in the future there are more Ether Veil supports? So when there are more Ether Veil supports, your Sunna can't really go anywhere else. Very similar to Sunday, because every team will have their more dedicated slots. Like for example, if you take a look at Anomaly, you know like what Yuzua is gonna be doing for Anomaly, right? If you take a look, okay, I guess Dylan is like 3B, right? I think Dylan is like 3B, so like she kind of just goes anywhere. But like there are still like specific teams that work very well with one another, and if they do release a better Ether Veil support and they come out and this slots in with YSG, and you're someone that don't want to pull for the idols, then where is Sunna gonna go? You get what I'm saying? And as of right now, you could make the argument that, okay, if you're just gonna be waiting for the next best unit, you might as well just don't play gacha games, right? It's like a Sarah of the Lake kind of situation, right? If you're always waiting for the better support, if you're always waiting for the next unit that's gonna be a better slot, then why even play gacha games? My baseline for this is, why not just wait for the rerun? Because, like, I'm pretty sure you guys also saw Zenless Zone Zero's rerun feature, right? It is one of the first in the game where they made the rerun banner a 100% rate up on top of a discount. So just for Zenless Zone Zero, it is one of those rare games where a rerun banner might actually be good if you were to pull there. Because it is cheaper. Like, you legitimately spend less pulls. You would have spent less pulls on a rerun banner than a rate up banner on launch. And it's not like YSG is going to collapse without Sunna. Because we already know Sunna is going to be coming out with the next 2 idols, right? Like, that is the roadmap, right? We are going to be seeing the idols. Maybe they come with some other characters. Maybe the new characters from Zenless Zone Zero, they are not the idols. Maybe they also work with YSG. Who knows? But at this point, I don't think YSG is cooked without Sunna. And if she ever will be cooked without Sunna, then we can just pull Sunna on a rerun to make YSG a lot better. But from the way that I see Zenless Zone Zero's tier list, right, considering the fact that Mibaba is literally still tier 0, and she hasn't really gotten like brand new units added to the team for so long, I will feel like it's pretty safe to say, as long as you are like a Void Hunter and like you're a pseudo Void Hunter, whether or not you have that slot, that upgrade, that cost upgrade, probably won't matter that much. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is not HSR in a sense where, let's just say you put for casters and you can skip higher seed, right? Oh my god, bro. Then you're done. You're legitimately done, right? So I think Zenless Zone Zero is a lot more lenient when it comes to this kind of like team building, because it's not really like a all or none. Because there's still a lot of ways to move around. And because of the rerun system, it kind of incentivizes me to not get that direct upgrade immediately at the launch of their banner. And to round off my entire argument, if you're someone that knows the most efficient way to play Zenless Zone Zero, as in the most efficient by number of pulls, just pull for an E2 Void Hunter. Which is what I've been doing, right? I just pull for an E2 Void Hunter. They pretty much just clap anyone in the mom's cheeks, and they don't really care that much about the +1 cost, +2 cost, or whatever it's gonna be. Because E2 Void Hunter basically just beats the game for you. So that is like the final argument for my personal account, right? For my personal account, I just don't really see there being any value for Sunna. Because best case scenario, Sunna upgrades my YSG. She comes into my YSG team. We remain tier 0. As if we even need to give a shit about Zero Cycle. And then fast forward, we get another Ida Veil support. She's homeless. Worst case scenario, I pull her right now. I don't really care about whether or not she's going to be able to get it backed up in that particular team. And then, I don't even want to pull for idols. She's useless again. So, that is going to be my quick little rant. Yes, Bev, silence. You don't even play Zenless Zone Zero, bro. You don't even know how... Yes, Bev, show me your anomaly arbitration Zero Cycle. Yo, yes, man. Okay, you know what? You want to yap so much. Okay, do you even Zero Cycle daily assault? Yeah, show me your scores for daily assault. Prove it. Prove that you are actually a player. Pull up. Because if you're going to be a Genshin guy, right? If you're going to yap and pretend that you even like Zenless Zone Zero, but you turn out with like a bronze badge, there was a point. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Oh, so you don't even play daily assault. Oh, I see. And there it is. Hey, silence. Bro, I legit think this thought process, right? I'm not telling you to skip or pull Sunna, but it might help players get an insight. Because I don't think you should pull Sunna with the ideology of making YSG great again. You should pull Sunna mainly with the ideology you want to play the idol team. That is my main concern. So those that want to play Sunna, right, and you don't mind pulling all the angels and you're going to be assembling the angel team, I think she will have a lot of value. Because at least she will have a home, right? She'll have a home. But like, if you're just going to pull Sunna just for YSG, I feel like it is a very, very short-term gain. Which is something that I personally probably wouldn't do. As someone that, if you really want to chase for meta, right? If you really want to chase for meta, care about the cost and everything, I probably wouldn't do that. So just some like food for thought perspective. All right, chat, before we set up this video, any violent objections? Any violent objections? Okay, the argument, okay, you pull her to open down the argument. What is to say, why will there not be another support agent that can do the exact same fucking thing? Why do you need Sunna to free up Dylan for the other team? Do you guys get what I'm saying? If you are gonna be pulling Sunna just to free up Dylan, why not another support unit in the future? Do you really need to free up Dylan right now? Like, is the game unplayable by not having that Dylan slot? You get what I'm saying? Like, what is wrong with just playing the team right now? And then when the next unit comes out, maybe they could or could not even get the same thing. Yeah, okay, all this is like, it's speculation, bro. It's 100% speculation. But like, I just think it's a very interesting thought process. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for meta, who wants Sunna as their favorite character? Zhao is free and works perfect with YG. Yeah, I don't even have that. Okay, if you don't have Dowlin, then that's a different problem, right? It's like the same. Oh my god, guys. Bro, I skipped. Okay, what is it? I skipped E1 Tribi on her banner release. I think most meta players probably would have put that in. So that has nothing to do with whether or not Sunna is going to be giving you the value. Yeah. Alright, or you skipped Hyacinth after pulling for Cassius. So that's what I do. Pulling for Arya, but you hope there's a rerun. Yeah, if you are going to be pulling for an idle unit, I think Sunna is like super good. I don't have Dowlin, don't have problem with it. And I think that is kind of good, right? I mean, I cope with... Bro, have we legitimately forgot that Astra Yao is a unit? Bro, like, what is wrong with Astra Yao, by the way? Like, so what if Astra Yao is not as... she's useless? Oh, Astra Yao is useless. Oh, Astra Yao is useless in Xenon. Oh, okay. So, like, if you run Astra Yao now, your account is homeless. So, you need to push Sunna to replace Astra Yao's position. It is not to kick out Dylan. It is to make Astra Yao homeless. I see. Yeah, okay, yeah. What's wrong with running Astra Yao with YG, bro? Like, so what if you don't have Etherville right now? Like, do you really need the best thing right now? No, nothing. Nicole is also in the game. Bro, like, okay, like, the thing with Xenos, okay, just look, right? Look, chat. Look. See. Bro, there are so many fucking supports in Xenos Zones, bro. Like, do you really need the best in slot Sunna, the best in slot whatever? Do you need all these immediately? Really? Really? You know what I'm saying? Yes? No? Yes. Oh, you need it. Yes, or you're a brick. Bro, you know what this reminds me of? This legitimately reminds me of my experience with Genshin Impact. I swear, back then, everyone and their moms in Genshin chat told me I have to pull Kazuha. Because Kazuha is like the runway, right? You have to pull Kazuha because he's gonna change. Bro, I've never, ever used Kazuha. Like, ever, bro. So, like, so what, bro? Like, so what if you don't get that upgrade right now? Like, it doesn't really change that much. You got what I'm saying? This is not a very, very rigid turn-based game, right? HSR, where you kind of just like fucking, if you don't have that piece of the puzzle, then you don't really have any leeway to, like, you still can micro your moves, right? You have skill issue, right? I have skill issue, right? I don't even think I'm at the top 10%, but like, if you can actually still micromanage, you don't really need that specific unit. So that is kind of my 2 cents. If people don't have Jaffa for Yixuan and don't want to use Pan Yinghu, then they will get Sunna to free up Dylan for Yixuan. Sure. I think that is pretty fair. If Yixuan does not have Jaffa, you probably need the additional slot. It just depends on... Okay, I guess a more fair statement is like, how many support units do you have in your roster? Right? So if you don't have this, you don't have this, and you are potentially missing this, then Sunna's value is very, very high. Because there are like a lot of places, a lot of job vacancies where she can fill up, even if you don't want to play idle. But if you're someone that actually chased up to like their respective, what is the respective lineup? I don't think it's really like flagship, but like, for example, like Yixuan, it was paired up with Jaffa, right? Then Core kind of just came out as like the Tribi, so she's kind of just everywhere. Then Lucia is just like doing Lucia things. But like, if you don't have any of these supports, then Sunna will fill a role. But if you already have them, and you're just looking for a new toy, I think it's kind of redundant. Which is basically my account. And my Zenless Zone 0 girl says that bro is quitting. When I literally have every single one of these support units, minus Yuzua, because I hate playing Anomaly Arbitration, because I already play Anomaly, right? So every single one, I have it. And bro is acting like I'm gonna break my account just because I'm not gonna do Sunna. And on top of that, I have triple M2. I have triple M2 Void Hunters. So like, what is the big deal, bro? You know what I'm saying? Why if Sunna reruns in an inconvenience spot when you're near? Okay, there's no such thing as an inconvenience spot when you're near, because here's one very simple question. What the happened to your pools if you don't spend them? Do they disappear? Are they gone? Just like that? Bro, you act as if I were to not pool today, all my pools go to the wind, bro. There's no fucking logic. If I save my pools today, I can spend them tomorrow, right? So like, there's no such thing as an inconvenient rerun, because whatever pools I'm gonna be spending right now, it is gonna be the same exact number. In fact, I will spend even lesser on reruns in Zenless Zone Zero based on that rerun system. So that argument just literally just does not make sense. I have consulted these opinions with my Zenless Zone, not YesBev, right? YesBev doesn't even fucking play shit, right? I consulted this with actual Zenless Zone Zero players that actually, like, they are basically like the Zero cyclers, and they legitimately agree with my thought process. Like, it legit makes sense. Okay, proof? Yo, alright, so if I were to show proof, well, YesBev, give me a public apology. Hold up. Alright, so here it is. Here it is, right? Not by one, not by two, but by 3 different Zenless Zone Zero experts. So I am gonna show up the proof right now. Subject number one, and that is going to be none other than our favorite, Sarah of the Lake. I think we can all agree Sarah is a Zenless Zone Zero expert. Alright, I think we can all agree that Sarah is a Zenless Zone Zero expert. Bro definitely plays the game better than most of the people. So that's gonna be number one. Alright, number two. Honestly, it's not even that far. It's not even that far. Load. Sunna is not a must. These are real Zenless Zone Zero players, by the way. These are real Zenless Zone Zero players, right? And number three, and this is probably the most important one, Mr. Custard. This is the Zenless Zone Zero cycle elitist. Alright, bro has the M2s, motherfucker the M6. Yeah, if you're not pulling for idols, you should skip Sunna 100%. YSG will probably get a dedicated support later. This is by an actual Zenless Zone Zero expert. And on top of that, we have Daidias basically slandering Astra Yao, but the point still remains, right? So I literally have 4 different players. I have 4 different Zenless Zone Zero players telling me why Sunna is not a must pull. And here we have Yao clowning, Yao 20ing when they are literally speaking facts, bro. They are literally speaking facts. So just tell me otherwise, bro. Convince me, right? Convince me why this statement is wrong, right? Don't just say, like, if you were to say Sarah 20, it doesn't change the argument here, right? Just because you laugh doesn't mean the argument changes. Why, right? Why do I need this? You know what I'm saying? I will now read YesBev's message. All right. Sarah opened Zenless Zone Zero to pull Zhu Yuan almost 2 years ago, and Blood is still listening to a rage bait. Okay, you know what's the thing? You are comparing apples and oranges here, because we are at a different timeline of a Zenless Zone Zero game now. It is like, why would people even pull for Scylla back in 1.0? Why would people even pull DPS in the earlier stages of the game? Because there's no one else. It is the same life cycle for every single gacha game. You only have that baseline unit without any vertical investments. They cannot introduce too strong of a support, because the moment a new support comes in, it is going to raise the power level, right? It will just raise the power level, the power scaling for all the units. So at the launch of the game, when everything is going to be at baseline, getting a DPS without a support still had its value, right? We still got her. And then subsequently, following Zhu Yuan, there was Qingyi, which was like a really, really good laser back in 1.1, right? I still low-key remember the time of Zenless. And then on top of all that, Zhu Yuan has a massive fucking ass. So that is why this doesn't really matter ending, right? Okay, I'm just saying she doesn't. Okay, yes, man. Can you just give me an argument? Like, why is Sunna good for my account? Like, convince me, right? Like, I actually want to hear your rationale as to why Sunna is good for the account. Because like the way I see it right now, there's just no point. There's no point in pulling for this unit. Tell me, as our Zenless Zone Zero expert, Pokke does not have to pull for the next 2 years, and there it is, my YouTube mod. Even my YouTube mod is supporting this decision. So what do you have to say for yourself? You fucking Sunna has Tama. Oh, I pull her because she's cute. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the argument of the greedy and stupid players. You know what I'm saying? These are the I want to pull her because she's hot. I want to pull her because she's wife. I gotta pull her. And then subsequently one fine day, when you run out of pools, I'm like, oh my god, bro, where did all my pools go? Where did all my pools go? And the thing is, I'm more or less already a true Z. For now, it's okay to skip her if you don't want, since you were wrong. Did you not tell me to pull Jifufu? What the fuck are you saying? You told me to pull Jifufu! Bro, I literally had E2 Yixuan. Right, I had E2 Yixuan. And then yes, man, right, bro, you might as well just get Jifufu because she's gonna be an upgrade. You told me to pull Jifufu. Say something. Now. Cause Hoyo bait us thinking she was the best for Yixuan, but Dao Ling is better. But since you have both, you can skip Sunna. Yeah, it's okay. So TLDR is Dawe's fault, right? So TLDR is Dawe. Okay, thank you. Yes, man. So in conclusion, after confronting people that say I'm talking out of my ass, turns out Mr.Pokke, the Zenless Zone Zero tourist, is actually right. My values as to why I will skip Sunna from my account literally make sense. The end.